I wanted to quickly review with you. Let's take a look at this can here. And if we really zoom in, we can see that there are areas where what I was calling hard edge, meaning there's no value transition. There literally is an edge here of dark and filled in. Even within that section, you can see that there's a little bit of a light change, okay? Let's take a look at this area. This area has a little bit of a darker value, but it's also transitioned into a lighter value. So there's no hard edges. It's like a smooth transition. That's what we need more of. The more changes we can make on your subject, the more it's going to look like aluminum, okay? Let's take a look at this spot down here. You guys can see here, there's a bright part of your text here, but even the text has some shadow and shading around it. This is what I want us to work towards. Again, dark spot, but it's a smooth transition. Down here, we have a bright white highlight, but yet it's not a smooth transition. It's called hard edge. That's what makes it look shiny, like aluminum, okay? Let's take a look at this example. Same thing. You guys can see that there's some really subtle changes. There's some like a middle medium value right here, and it slowly transitions into a lighter area. That means that they are lifting up on their pencil and they're blending and smoothing and having a nice smooth soft transition. Now down here there's a hard edge, and there's a hard edge over here. This hard edge means, oh goodness sakes, okay, this hard edge is not really a transition. They just have it shaded darker, and then they kind of filled it in this area because they're looking at their can and they're saying, okay, it's really dark right here, but there's no transition. It's just a dark spot. So you have to have both. You have to have a dark with no transition. You have to have transitions. You have to have highlights that don't have any transition from light to dark, that just literally are white and the color right next to it. The same thing for the top of your can. Your top of your can has the exact same thing. There's bright white highlight with a gray right next to it, not blended in. But then you can see over here that it's gray and it transitions into a lighter gray. So the more darks and lights you can get, darks with hard edges, lights with hard edges, and we also have middles colors, medium colors that having the soft, smooth transitions. The more of that you can get in there, the more realistic it's going to look, and the more it's going to look like aluminum, okay? So let's try to make sure that we're getting that in there on the surface of the can by looking at our photo. If we zoom in on our photo, we'll be able to see it a lot better, and you can pick out the changes from your photo better than you can from life. So I want you to be looking at the photo and from the real can, both at the same time, and just trying to see if you can find any more details on your work.